There was a time when homes were built of mud. A time when they were built of grass and twigs. Then came a time when they were made of bricks. And bricks and mortar came to represent stability and security. We built these homes and we thought they were forever. Then came the realization that bricks and mortar mean little more than a castle made of sand by the rising seas. A house of children's blocks. A house of cards, in fact. Houses that were washed away by waters. Homes that were swept away by fierce winds. Entire buildings that crumbled when the earth shrugged, leaving an uncertain future to face. One of the world's most disaster-prone areas, India, has seen them all and continues to face the fury. A vast land and a large population at risk. Today, 56% of India is at the risk of quakes. 8% is battered by cyclones. Floods inundate 5%. Landslide repeatedly threaten hilly regions. Thousands of lives lost. Economy disrupted, leading to loss of valuable livelihood. Nature showing its deadly hand with each breath that stops and each building that crumbles in its iron fist. Nature cannot be manipulated, nor can disasters be predicted. But certainly, one can be prepared for it. This reality led to the setting up of the Bmtpc, the Building Materials and Technology Promotion Council. Established in 1990, the Bmtpc is an inter-ministerial body that functions under the Ministry of Urban Development and Poverty Alleviation of the Government of India, setting for itself a singular mission of developing an integrated approach to encourage the application of environment-friendly and energy-efficient innovative techniques to building materials, manufacturing technologies and construction practices for housing and buildings in urban as well as rural areas. Bmtpc brought together scientific research, professional expertise, technological advancements and enterprise, in effect bringing technology from lab to land, taking to heart the message that disaster preparedness is better than disaster response. Machines crafted. The aim was to replace traditional materials, bricks, steel and wood, for they are expensive in money and unfriendly to nature. Of the machines developed and promoted by Bmtpc, the list is long and the benefits enormous. Bmtpc crafted machines would produce alternatives, be they machines for wall panels, solid and hollow concrete blocks, door and window shutters, door window frames, precast RCC roofing planks and joists, roofing channels, or machines that made fly ash sand lime bricks. They make alternative eco-friendly materials and shorten construction time. Cost of construction goes down by 20 to 40%. Evolving environment-friendly materials and techniques. Conventional building technologies have proved expensive. Steel and cement use up large amounts of non-renewable resources of energy and minerals. Burnt bricks take away the fertile topsoil. Wood-first building construction depletes forest cover. In the final reckoning, they harm the local economy, pollute nature, and contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. It was time for change. With the help of Bmtpc, corrugated roofing sheets made of laminated bamboo mat are fast replacing corrugated AC, GI and aluminium sheets. Glass reinforced plastics are increasingly replacing wood, metals and concrete. Coir, banana, jute, sisal are a few inexpensive and effective reinforcing renewable fibers and hydrophobic binders used for composite materials. Use of innovative materials has led to enormous savings in just 4 to 5 years. 94.5 million rupees in cement, 450 million rupees in fuel, 480 million rupees in timber, 180 hectares of topsoil. Recycling waste. Millions of tons of fly ash from thermal power plants pollute India's air, water and land. Today, it makes bricks, cement and concrete. Phosphogypsum from the fertilizer industry makes cement, artificial marble, fiber boards, tiles and more. Bricks, tiles, corrugated roofing sheets and panels are made of red mud, the muddy red residue of aluminium production that can contaminate surface and groundwater. Cellular lightweight concrete using fly ash gave tremendous benefits: weight reduction, high thermal insulation, optimal fire rating, substantial material saving, and ensured easy and fast production. So good was this alternative that the Government of India gave concessions in import duty for specialized equipment and chemicals. Easing disaster impact. Bmtpc has a hand in strengthening buildings, designing them to withstand earthquakes, wind speeds and pressures and storm surges that lead to untold loss of lives and property. The Vulnerability Atlas of India, Landslide Hazard Zonation Atlas of India, brought out by Bmtpc, is an important tool being frequently used by decision makers concerned with natural disaster mitigation. Retrofitting existing buildings to withstand cyclones and earthquakes, to building model houses to demonstrate the strength and simplicity of its technology, Bmtpc has taken technology to the people in hilly regions and flatlands with easy-to-understand tips using local materials. Responding to disasters, Bmtpc undertakes rapid damage assessment studies. It zones the affected areas and estimates the nature and extent of loss to buildings, prepares visual damage identification guides for field assessment of damage, develops technology packages for repair and reconstruction, identifies priority areas for short and medium term, and prepares a technology action plan for repair, reconstruction and retrofitting of damaged buildings. The efforts of Bmtpc have resulted in immeasurable relief to the affected people. Building standards. None of these efforts would bear fruit if the quality of components and systems is poor. Bmtpc is in constant interaction with the Bureau of Indian Standards to formulate new standards for the proven technologies and materials. To promote new technologies, the Council is currently implementing the Performance Appraisal Certification Scheme to certify the fitness of building materials, components, elements of construction and assemblies. Spreading information. To spread knowledge and crucial information apart from the Vulnerability Atlas of India and the Landslide Atlas, Bmtpc has also brought out a large number of publications and films to propagate knowledge among professionals, contractors, entrepreneurs and decision makers. promotion of building materials and technologies. To ensure that the technology finds widespread use, Bmtpc takes part in exhibitions and seminars and conducts training at national and international levels, creating an appreciation for Indian building materials and technologies. Bmtpc constantly receives queries from the US, Europe, Russia, Latin America, Africa, Gulf, Asia, practically the entire world, to facilitate technology transfer and experience sharing. Bmtpc is not just about technology and construction. It supports private enterprises through techno-economic feasibility studies and facilitates production units for new building materials. From constructing greenhouse huts in Leh for the Indo-Tibetan border police, to building centers in rural and urban areas, to training artisans and builders, Bmtpc has demonstrated power of technology for the benefit of people. It makes recommendations for policy formulation materials and new construction techniques to the government to attract greater flow of investment in the sector. Today, Bmtpc is recognized across the world as a knowledge center on environment-friendly, energy-efficient and cost-effective building technologies. A thoroughly planned, proactive organization working with the belief that prevention is better than cure, so that when a new day dawns, anxiety and unease don't mar our daily lives, so that when the sun sets, we can lock our doors and sleep in peace. Bmtpc helps build houses that last in the sands of time. Houses that withstand nature's fury. Houses that do not cause damage to nature. Homes that ring with the joy and laughter of generations. Bmtpc, protecting our homes and our lives.